Welcome back, everybody. Now, almost 4 years since the release of their debut offering, rock and roll band Hellcats is back with a brand new album entitled End of Days. The album comes after the release of 2 singles, Sugar, released in 2022, and So-So, released earlier in February. We're joined by band members Alessandro Benigno, who's on the drums and vocals, as well as Warwick Rautenbach, who plays the guitar. Gentlemen, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Great stuff, man. I'm going to start with you, Warwick. Just tell us how this band started.
So Alessandro, Alex and I were in a 4-piece band together about 10 years ago, and then we just started sneaking to practices, just the 2 of us.
Okay.
And then we decided that was an easy way to make music, man, and it was just flowing, and that's how we kind of started 8 years ago, man.
And it's been 4 years since the release of your debut album. How was it like just working on this project?
This project, we're a bit pressed for time, I think, in terms of now Warwick lives in Cape Town, so when we do things, it's not as easy as it was back when Warwick was living in Joburg. So, you know, we kind of got to really put our heads down because we have limited time.
Okay.
But it's been an interesting ride for us, and it's turned out really well.
Why the 4-year wait though?
COVID.
Oh, COVID, yeah.
We couldn't get into a room together to play music together, so actually a lot of the album was written over WhatsApp to each other. What do you think of this song? What do you think of this lyric? Like, backing and forthing. So it was COVID. One word, man. That's why it took so long.
Let's talk about your signature sound. How would you describe it?
Signature sound, I think we have a very unique sound. Warwick and I have very similar interests in music, so we kind of gravitate towards the same things. Okay. So a lot of 70s influence is Hellcats. Obviously, we have different influences, you know, of new age music, but I would definitely say, you know, our dads all listen to like the old school rock and roll, so that definitely stems from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then End of Days, why was this the perfect name for it?
It means a bunch of stuff to us, man. So End of Days is kind of like, you know, we've both had an extended reckless youth. We're growing up a little bit. Alex has got a kid. I've got a kid on the way. So a bit of an end of an era for like big jewels. We're not chasing the jewel anymore. And also just end of what we've just been through as like a world, man. Like with COVID and that pandemic, man. That's the dirt off your shoulder, move on.
Okay, but it's a kind of a positive end of day, you know?
Definitely.
It definitely is, it definitely is. Tell us a bit more about the tour that you've planned to promote the album.
So our tour, we've just started it now. We started in Pretoria. We will be playing next week. We're going to be in Joburg. We're going to be in Joburg, and then we'll be Pretoria again. Then from there, we shoot to Cape Town. We'll be doing a couple of shows from there. And so that's us so far, and then we'll see what happens if we're going to push some more.
Glastonbury.
No, you never know.
Wow.
Okay. Gotta hope.
Let's talk about the success of your previous singles and, you know, Sugar and, what's the other one, by the way? So-So. Yeah, let's talk about Sugar.
So Sugar we released last year. We did a little music video for it. It was the first bit of music we'd put out since pre-COVID 2019. And yeah, I've got a lot of traction for it, man. It's a real banger. It's like a little bit of a harder one.
Okay.
It's actually a song about a serial killer, so pretty dark. Oh, but we're
scary.
cool guys.
That's scary. Now, after producing hit after hit, do you find that you are under more pressure to, you know, to produce a hit that's bigger than the previous one?
I think, you know, when making music, I think you've got to do it for yourself first and foremost.
Sure.
And enjoy yourself.
Okay.
You know, anything that comes after that, I think it's a blessing. So for people to enjoy your music and stuff like that, it's great. But you know, I don't think we put pressure on ourselves to you know, now we have to do better, because it would be quite hard, because we have done quite well with the first album.
Right.
But yeah, we just do it because we enjoy it and we love it. So if we get love for it, then we're more than happy. Yeah.
So who's your target audience? Who's your music created for?
Everyone.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But everyone. I mean, rock and roll is kind of like it's always in the back seats. It's in the gutter. It's kind of where we like it. So you know, it's a bit of underground sound. But yeah, we play for everyone. From we've got fans that we've snuck into gigs that are 14 years old, all the way up to 70 years old. As we've got that like 1970s rock and roll influence. So all ages, man.
Why do you think it's in the cutter, though? I mean, is it an indication that it's not growing in as at the rate that you would like it to see grow?
No, well, you know, I think rock and roll's always been like a little bit of an underdog, man, and that's cool. I think.
Why is it cool, though? Why do you think
we
it's
kind
cool?
of dig it, like, because it's a bit rebellious, it's a bit on the fringe, you know.
Oh, right, right.
But I think, you know, especially in South Africa, man, like, I think there's so many different like genres of music because we've got so many beautiful cultures. So rock and roll is just a small bit of that, man, in the country. So.
It's like a niche genre.
Yeah, and we're cool with that,
Yeah.
man. We're really cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you guys, what is your plan in terms of, you know, more albums, in terms of singles? Are you going to focus only on singles or albums?
I think at the moment, Warwick needs to focus on being a dad because he's about to have a kid. So, you know, that's a big job and it takes a lot of your time.
It certainly is.
So,
yeah.
you know, I think in the future, I mean, you know, we released this album because we did know that Warwick was going to be away for quite a while. So, you know, we need to give a little bit back in terms of the music. So, you know, he can focus on being a dad and do dad things.
Yeah.
And then you never know what the future holds. I mean, maybe another album.
Okay.
Maybe another 2, maybe another 3.
That would be nice.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. And then in terms of growing this band and then exporting your music, any plans to that effect?
Look, man, as Al said, we're kind of just doing this for love. We put it out there, we see what happens. If it goes bigger, if it stays the same size, we're kind of cool with whatever happens. We have got a really good publicist at the moment.
Yeah.
So she's pushing us overseas. We're with Electromode, who's pushing us digitally on like a whole bunch of music platforms.
Right, right.
So we'll see what happens, man.
Okay.
Not putting any attachment to anything.
So what kind of stages do you guys perform in? Like, where do you normally perform? Where can people see you?
We've pretty much
Everywhere.
played every stage in South Africa.
Right.
Obviously at our shows, that's where we play and sure. We play mainly in like Pretoria and Cape Town.
Oh, okay.
Joburg scene's a little bit slow, I think.
Okay.
There's not many venues, but definitely Pretoria side and Cape Town side, it's buzzing. It's always buzzing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how do your fans follow you?
We're on Instagram at Hellcats Band. We're on Facebook, and they can follow us at every single show. They can come in and
Right,
rock out a
right.
little bit, man.
Okay. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you so much for having
Thank
us.
you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure. Well, End of Days is the title of Hellcats' new offering, which allow them to grow and develop.